Hey kids, Mark Miller here. Roy, you there, buddy?
I am indeed. I am indeed.
You said something to me just as we were starting, and I didn't hear you because the sounds were like blasting in my ear of our startup. What'd you say?
It was just curiosity. I mean, I know you've got quite a complex setup there in order that, my audio and your audio can mix together in all the right ways. But it occurs to me you must have a sort of a parallel set of that going for the Dragon Jumpers show,
Yeah,
because there are so many more people involved.
yeah.
Um,
I do. I have three different kind of channels of mixes that are going on. The answer to that question is yes. Yeah.
you're becoming quite the audio expert.
Well, I don't know. I'm making it work, getting it so it works. So that's not bad.
That's the definition of an expert doing their job right, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying. I've got a bunch of things that I'm kind of working on here. By the way, yesterday, so I got the new laptop in
Genesis
yesterday.
7, where are you? We need your help.
I was going to tell you about my laptop. Genesis 7, help! We need you. Genesis 7.
Right now.
Genesis 7's here. That's me air guitaring. I went to the Mark Miller School of Air Guitar, by the way.
Sweet.
You can go too if you want. So I got my new my secondary computer last night. Started setting everything up, and I got a KVM switch, and it's I think we can make it work. I still have not yet gotten to a point where I'm passing NDI from one machine to the other, but I hear it can happen, and so that's one of the things that we're gonna try to solve. I think today, not on the show, but later. But I unplugged one of my sound cards to switch it over to the new machine, and then plugged it back in this morning, and guess what? It recognized it as a different sound card. So all the names I had for the sound cards were kind of gone, and I had a little bit of an apprehensive moment this morning where I was like, is this working the way it used to work? Because I just didn't have enough time to test it, but I was using my gut intuition based on the names of the pieces. Basically, my line 3 mic changed to a line 2 mic, that sort of thing, and my speakers 3 turned into a speakers 2, and that's what appeared to be the change when it didn't recognize the card as the same card when I plugged it in this morning. So it's a little tricky in terms of swapping back and forth, but hopefully I'll get it so I won't have to. But I'm not quite sure yet how so the plan is to grab the Skype sound card and do all the Skype stuff on the second machine.
Yep.
And I'm not sure how I make just a regular Skype call off my main machine through the second machine. I think I have to switch to the second machine from now on to do it. And if I ever want to do any recording pieces like the Mr. Announcer voice, Mr. Announcer bot voice, Mr. Announcer guy, I'll have to manually plug in my my Zoom to my laptop. So I'll have to unplug it from the setup, plug it in temporarily to get the sound, I think. So that's kind of what I think. By the way, Roy, I'm not sure. Am I becoming like an old man? Am I just like talking about stuff that nobody cares about and everybody else is like, okay, old man? Okay.
No. Hey, I mean, look, this show is all about how we are putting together the things that are necessary for the other show. And whilst that it does consist largely of coding, obviously there's a certain hardware aspect to it. And you've demonstrated Adobe Premiere, is it? And the way in which you've created assets there, that's always proven pretty popular. We show PowerPoint, the single greatest graphical
design tool in the world.
Design tool. It's stunning. I just love the way you use that.
Well,
but all of these pieces have their part to play, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Well, speaking of, you said Premiere. I think I'm going to throw Premiere up here into the top window here for a little bit. Let's see where can I pop that in? I'll throw this here. That's the preview of the animation right there. Let's get some music up. By the way, do that. There comes the music, and all right. So this is what I was using before for the animations. And what I would do is I would go into Adobe After Effects and I would create it sectionally as a 6-second animation that lifted the weapon up to the side, went to this side, came back, came back one more time, and then went back and sliced. And that was 6 seconds and 7 frames. And I did that for all of the pieces. I just came in and did it again for a club, because I don't have a club animation. And our good friend, is it in my quick access here by chance? I'm not seeing it well. Here we go, weapons. Look for an AVI file. These are close. Let's go open the file location. I started generating the PNGs and then realized, oops, nope, I don't need those PNGs. The club though, in here, hold on, sort by type. So I these are, why am I not seeing, let's go into details here. There we go, those are my AVIs. I just wanted to delete all my PNGs. I generated those and then realized, oops, I can't do those yet because I have to do the overlapping. It's been so long since I created one of these. So I've got these AVI files right here. Now, yep. I should be able to, if I haven't been in this file in like months as well, but I should be able to like double click on this right here. This is a nested group. And then you can see what's going on here. I basically got weapon 3D, and I've got some cross dissolves. And what I'm doing is I'm taking that 6-second animation and turning it into like what? A 3-second animation, it looks like, where the weapon raises. It's got a point right here, which is at 12 frames in. So 12 frames to raise it. And then another point over here at, I guess, 2 seconds later, where it's right back in the same spot. So this spot and this spot should line up right here and here. If I click on that, see, there should be very little movement there. And then it has the drop, right like that. Okay, the slice or the drop or the shoot, whatever it is. And so every weapon has that. And so what happens is that turns into a set of assets, PNG files, and then we just load that up, and then we have the weapon raises automatically, and then it goes into this middle loop right here, this 2-second loop back and forth, where it's swinging back and forth until the roll of the dice, and the dice roll is complete, and then it slashes. That's what.
This is almost the opposite of the flowers, right? Because the flowers will start at the beginning, play all the way through to, say, 3/4, maybe 90% of the whole way through, and then loop the final bit.
Yeah.
Whereas what you're doing here is looping the early part, and then, on command, jumping out into the slash.
It's similar to the flowers. It has a beginning like the flowers have, but it also has an end as well. So, and this is one of the cool things about our engine, because we've created the engine from scratch. We first built it so the flowers could grow, so we could add a piece at the beginning, and then later for weapons we added so there's a piece at the end, so it could do the slash. And so we have essentially one set of PNGs, and the whole thing works automatically as long as the weapons can sway back and forth in 2 seconds. Right, and they can have any beginning they want and any ending.
It's almost, you've reinvented video, but it's pathable video.
Sure, yeah, it's a little bit like that. It's fun, but it's only in PNG, so if you look at it, you'll be like, that's not video, and you'll scoff.
So what is video but a huge sequence of static images shown one after the other very quickly?
That's right. You know, last Friday, Ocular Malice joined us, by the way. He was as a dog. Did you see any of that show, by the way, Roy?
I didn't.
You do not have to worry about being replaced. You know why? Because Ocular Malice is so mean to me every step of the way. I need 3 days of Rory building up my self-esteem just to get it all torn down on Friday by Ocular Malice. Hopefully he's going to be with us tomorrow. The good news is he shows up as a cute puppy right next to me. So he's so it's pretty fun.
Fair enough.
Okay, so now I should be able to if it's green, it's nested. If I double click on this, now you can see all my weapons are here, right? These are the different weapons. So theoretically, all I should have to do is grab the club and drag it in to there, like that, turn off Javelin for a second, and now come back out to, I think it's Weapon Builder, right? And now if we hit play on this, we should see it rise up, swing once, and it should be smooth, and then there. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
So now we've got the club, and the club looks not too bad. And it fits too. I could crop this down more. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. This was before we built the other tool that we used that does the automatic cropping. I think I'm going to leave it as is. It's not too bad. It's kind of big, but it's not too bad. And I think my machine can handle it. So, oh, by the way, one other thing. While I was setting things up yesterday, you know, my machine is this beast of a machine. It's got 2 bricks that come with it. And instructions that say if you really want to push your machine to the limit, make sure you've got both bricks plugged in, both power supplies. One of my power supplies was unplugged, and I'm not sure how long it's been unplugged. So when we were experiencing performance issues, I'm wondering, oh, was one of the bricks unplugged? Is that why it was a little tougher?
Maybe.
That might be it. I wonder. Okay, so all right, so look, let's try generating this right now.
Real test is tonight though, because you've got a Dragon Thumpers episode.
I do.
Out, right?
I do. I love how, Rory, you come up with different ways of saying it. That's what we should be saying things to on this. We could give it a different name here.
I don't know.
I want to go to assets right here. Let's click on assets. Dragon H. We want to go to weapons. There it is down there. And I think we want to create our own weapon folder called club. And go in there. And we're going to call this one club, I think. Is what we're going to call it. I think. Let's double check for a second. Now let's go into here, see what's going on in Javelin. Oh, I'm calling it magic and weapon. I've got 2 levels of magic for the club. I've got a back layer of magic and a front layer of magic. Hold on a second. Let's see what's going on with the battle axe. I've got magic A and magic B. What's going on here? Magic A, magic B, and weapon. Okay. All right, cool. All right. The battle axe magic is so much fun. Do you remember that? It's got these spinning circles that spin on the... yeah, that's fun. Okay, so in the club, we're going to call this weapon like that. So that's the weapon. Save. Entire sequence. Export it. We could run our cropping app at it, but I think our cropping app is expecting a 1920 by 1080 file, PNG. Right. So we'd have to modify it. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet or not, because it's not too bad. But let's see what happens when we go into the back. Let's bring up the back special effects for this thing now. Come in here. We're going to grab there's the club back effects, drop them in here. Just want to make sure all of these are turned off except for that one. Looks like they are. Okay. And then come back to the weapon builder. Turn that on. Turn off the weapon itself. And the back effects look like this. And they're red hue so that we can easily convert them and change them to other hues. That looks like that is working, is it? It feels like it's... I just want to see. Yeah, it's not bad. You can see the dissolve here. There's the dissolve right there. Not too bad. And there's a dissolve here that I don't like. It is behind though. And another dissolve there. The weapon
itself will be there, so
I'm not liking those dissolves very much. Let me temporarily not do this. I want to see what the front effects look like. Let's go in here. Go in there. Turn off the front that was the Javelin's effect right there. Let's grab the club's front magic effect. Maybe I'll just have one magic level if this one looks good and the other one does not. So there's that. Let's bring up the weapon and the front at the same time just so we can see them both on each other. I feel like I'm not getting a good frame rate here, so it's hard to tell for sure. So I'm going to just move it slowly here. I kind of like how this only took up the handle. That transition was good over there. Also good. Wait. There's the swing. Yeah, front's good. I'm going to just generate the front only, and we won't have the back effect on it, I think. So let's do that. So we'll call this magic. And do the entire sequence and export that. little stuttery coming in there. I think it's because we've got Adobe Premiere Pro up and we were just generating. I'm going to save that, exit out of here.
So you recall just before we started the show, Mark, you asked me how the sound effects were in terms of volume, and I said they were a little loud. You succeeded, like nobody else succeeded in reducing the volume to 0.
You didn't hear anything on that?
I didn't hear anything on that.
Okay.
And it occurs to me that that's been the case since then. So either something fell out, something is disconnected, or maybe just a touch lower than it maybe needs to be.
Let's try.
There we go. I hear something there.
You hear the music?
You're musing now.
The music? You hear that? How's that?
That's good.
Yeah.
So a little
What do you want? You tell me.
more.
You want it louder?
That's it.
There?
I think that's good. Yeah.
All right. I think you're going to hate it when other stuff comes up. How's that? Too loud?
I'll cope with that.
Because the thing is, I think the music volume is low, is what I think is going on
Oh,
there. So,
I see.
so you want it lower? I'm going to lower it down for you. I got a little
Maybe
mark here next to where you like it. So we'll see if you like it there. I think some of the other pieces might be louder. There might be another thing going on. Let us know too. Glitterholic Dreams
says he heard it, or possibly she heard it. Yes, Mark has, shall we say, a slightly complex setup. That which I hear is not entirely what you guys hear on the stream. Needs to be slightly different because we have a Skype connection. Because otherwise, I have the up to many seconds delay potentially that those watching the stream get, and that makes conversation and observing a little more tricky than it would otherwise be. So yeah.
Yeah. So I have a list that I keep of names I really like that I want to create fanfares for. This is my current list right here. I just added Glitterholic Dreams to the list. Deepwater and Angry Little Hamster are in progress, but I've been so busy I haven't been able to get that sweet spare time to work on those yet. To finish those up, but I want them to be good. Or at least Deepwater's I think could be potentially really good. Angry Little Hamster is going to be cute. It's an angry little hamster, as you might expect. I think I'm going to have it explode at the end. By the way, I'm going to have it come in, and I think I'm going to have it just go like that. That's what my hope is, to get that.
Nice.
Glitterholic Dreams. I love it. So, anything else I'm missing out there? Looks like we're good. Good.
I think good.
I'll make sure I'm not missing anything. So we've just saved those files out. Those files they started as ABIs here, and they should be out in Weapons Club. Here we go. There they are. Okay. So those are the pieces. Now, one of the things I do at some point in time is I throw PNG Gauntlet at these, but I can't do it during the show because PNG Gauntlet sucks up CPU power like you can't believe. So I'm going to just make a note to myself so I remind myself to throw PNG Gauntlet at this folder, which I've done. Let's see if we can open up the club and make this thing work. That's going to be in this file right here. I need to, this project, rather. I need to figure out where I'm bringing the weapons. The weapons are part of the front game. So the front game overlay, the weapons show up in front of people. Let's see if we can look for a weapon name I get the money in here too. Isn't that awesome? By the way, I really like how I implemented the money. That if you say, here's, 29.99 gold, I'm going to throw that at me right now.
Exact quantity of correct shape.
Yeah, here we go. Let's throw it at me right now. Here it comes. Wait, why am I sitting in the wrong place? Oh, I got the wrong screen up. There we go. That's where it comes in. So 29.
Show me the money, says Codebase Alpha. Yeah. Very good.
Oh no, look at that.
There's a bit of a recurring thing going on.
Look at that. Change wealth. I'm sending 29.99 from Signal R. It's rounding it to 29.98? What?
Are we using decimals or are we using singles and doubles?
I'm using a double. to go across. But that's off by a
singles
big
and doubles
number.
are incapable of doing certain numbers. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Just
but-
like decimal is incapable of a third because it's 0.333333333.
Okay, I think I'm on a bug hunt right now. This is crazy. It's off by 1/100th of one. That's like the giantest number in the world compared to its precision. Look at this. It's rounding it to 29.98. If we were to round it out to pennies, that's like a huge error. What the heck? Oh my God. Okay, I think we got to find this. I'm like,
Okay.
I think we're on
We
a
need
hunt.
bug hunt music, don't we?
Yeah, that's a bug. Holy cow. Because I was thinking, well, no big deal. I'll just round it down in the TypeScript side of things, but I can't round it. I've lost a copper piece. If I've lost one of these coppers, that's not okay. All right, so for us to do this, we got to run this baby right here. To run this, I've got to shut down the other pieces. So bear with me because that's going to be a little bit disruptive, I think, if I do that. We may lose fanfares. Hey, Design Patterns is with us. Welcome, Design Patterns. All right, so let's close this down. I'm going to hit Control-C here. There we go. One is down. Let's get the Mr. Announcer bot, shut it down as well. Both of these are going to be manually started when I run. I just got to make sure I'm not killing it while we're saving data here. Notice we're saving every 30 seconds at 41 and 11 seconds after. I just want to make sure that we're approaching 11 seconds right now. That's how my theory is. So we should have to save we just put out. You Control-C it, and there we're done and out. I just want to make sure I'm not aborting in the middle of that save because that's my theory on how we lost data before. Okay, now we've got overlays only running. Let's start it up. Or I said running, it's not really running, it's about to run. So music will continue to play on its own, but I don't think we're gonna be able to change the music. I think all this stuff is disconnected until we kind of fix the bug and get out of here. I think we're in kind of a temporary state. All right, Mr. Announcer Bot is running. We should see Mr. Announcer Bot say Mr. Announcer Bot's in the house, but I'm not seeing that.
Nothing so far. There we go.
Oh, good.
He in the house now.
Nice. All right. Now we want to go to the Dragon Front overlay. Right there. That's where the weapons are, and that's where the coins are. We're going to refresh. I'm going to click on Initialize Player Data over in the WPF Control app and see if that works. Sometimes I have to restart this after if I do another restart. Yeah, that didn't work. So we need to restart this guy. I'm going to just do the standalone version of it. I've got a button on my Stream Deck that just pops that baby up nice and quickly. Where are you? I said nice and quickly. Did I just not hit the button maybe? There it is. Okay, I just hit the button and it popped up. Yep, two of them showed up. Let me kill one of them. All right, initialize player data. And is that going to get rid of the... Yeah, so the waiting to be initialized text is gone. That means it's initialized. Change wealth, 29.99. Yep, there's the bug. It's there. Now we can set a breakpoint at least. I think I've got a change wealth method.
So here's a question. Do you think the problem is in the C# side or in the TypeScript side? Where's our error gonna be?
Or in the JSON? No, I think this is a great question. My hunch was it was down here. It could be also in the JSON side, I suppose, as well. But my hunch is it was down here. That's why I stopped everything and reset everything to come down and look for it. But you're right. It could be up on the C# side of things. I'm hoping it's a problem I've done, something that a mistake I have somewhere. That's what I'm hoping for.
Sure.
Here's change player wealth right here. Set a breakpoint here. And see what's coming in when we click the button to change the wealth. What's my wealth DTO look like? Yeah, it's bad on the way in. Total gold coming in is 29.979. even though if we add up the pieces, right? If we add up the pieces, we have platinum are 2, platinum are 10, so we're at 20, plus 9 gold, we're at 29, so that part's right. Silver, there's 4 of those, that's 40 cents. There's 1 electrum, that's 50 cents, so we're at 90 cents, and there's 8 copper. 8 copper's wrong. It should be 9 copper.
Some interesting video effects going on there with you.
I saw a little bit of
Just
that
with
in my
you.
peripheral vision. I saw me flickering in and out. I'm not sure what that is.
Flickered in and out, you changed size, and you had a strange blue overlay at one point.
Really? That's not good. That's not
But
good.
you're back to normal
Oh, there it
now.
is. I
That's
just
fine.
did it. Yeah, I've got a cord in the back that's plugged into my camera that is finicky. And I think if I bump the desk, let's see what happens. There you go.
Okay.
Almost repeatable. No, it didn't work, dude. So maybe I bumped it back
Try
in place.
not to beat the cord into submission now, because you still need that, right?
Yeah, I know. This is me, right? Oh, we're on the edge of something. Let's go closer and find that edge. Okay, so the problem, guess what, Rory? You were right. It's not here. It could be in, yeah, it's not here. We had 8 coins, and that's the wrong answer. So we got a problem somewhere else. All right, with that said, I'm going to close everything down and restart it. Should I do that or no? Yeah, I think I'm going to, no, I'm not. I'm going to keep this running. I'm going to keep this running. But I think for us to have any control over, like, try doing drone right now. Glitterholic stream's lurking. Drone is not working. We need to refresh the pieces is what we need to do. So let's do that. There's the back overlay. Really just the drone game, I suppose we need to refresh. Let's refresh the drone game. There's the drone game. We'll get some more music coming in here in a sec. Drag in front overlay. Refresh that. So I'm going to keep everything running so we can debug it, which I think is going to be useful too when we want to do the club and bring the club in here. And the dice, 3D dice layer. Let's refresh that. Come on. Taking longer to refresh. There we go. Still not as long as it used to. Okay, so those are all refreshed. Let's start up the Dragon Thumpers app. It's a good way to say it. And let's try to initialize the player data. Oh, I lost my dice. I didn't see the dice one though. I think I don't have a dice on here. Yeah, and even my oh yeah, I'm showing data. It's just taking a while to load up there. Let's try Ray Frost, roll attack. I'm hearing the dice, but I'm not seeing the dice. What's going on with the dice layer there? I think I might need to do oh no, wow, look at that. It's here. Why do I see it here, but I don't see it? I don't get that at all. Let me close it down. Bring it back up.
Bushwhacker.
Refresh it one more time. Come on. Again, there we go. All right. One more time here. Let's do chill touch. Yeah, slow. Performance is slow. What's going on? Really? This is the time?
Yeah.
Welcome to the pudding show, everybody. Pudding is in the house. All right. Dice roller.
It's interesting. As pudding came in there, that actually cut out. And instead of overlaying the natural part of the stream, everything except pudding vanished for about a second.
Yeah, I think it's performance related issues is what I think it is.
Yeah.
Let's try chill touch again. Here's chill touch. Run it. Got some dice. Okay, everything, that looks like it's all working. Let's see if we can get music. Here comes some music, I think. Are we back on track? Music. Music didn't work.
Not for me. Although I can hear the sound effects.
What'd you say?
That was a spectacular miss.
So I heard the spectacular miss announcement. I heard the dice rolling beforehand, and I did not hear anything for pudding. Although I did quickly check the stream, and it did go out on the stream. So there's a bunch of weird things going on.
Yeah, I think it's my. I think I don't have the setup correct in terms of what I'm sending over to you. So my bad on that.
Well, that's fine. As long as everything is still running, we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Things are kind of slow here. I want to know why we're not seeing or hearing the. Let's try one more time. Maybe I'm not sure. Let's try one more time. Refresh this cache of the drone game. Yeah, I hear the sound effects coming in late for like the dice and stuff like that. Did you hear that last one, Rory?
That one I did hear. There's a bunch of weird things going on. This thing marks autobiography.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Wow. I have to come
Makes
over
you want
here.
to reboot the universe, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. So, yeah, I'm trying to use featured chat to get Karen's message up there, but it's not working. I wonder if I have to do a refresh over here on it. Interesting. Yeah, that's the name of my autobiography. I got a lot of autobiographies. There are like two things I seem to have a lot of. One of them are autobiographies, and the other one are stripper names. My old stripper names that didn't work out so well. Is this frozen for everyone? Karen's asking.
Not for me. No, I have good stream and okay Skype.
Yeah,
I gotta say, when it comes to video compression and clarity of presentation, Twitch has really got it over Skype. Yeah,
that's good. So at least that's where we're throwing all our efforts out. Now we're not too bad. 73%, 33%. Okay. All right. So the problem is in the data we're sending out. Can I start music now? There we go. Music looks like it's starting up now. Okay. I want to go to the D&D app now. And I think I want to run this. I want to close this down and run it so I can step through it. Change wealth. There it is right there. Set a breakpoint here. Run it. Yeah, the music's taking a while. Things are taking a while to load up. What's my problem? What is sucking up so much resources right now?
You haven't put anything big in Dropbox and left that on, have you?
No, I always disable Dropbox before we start the show. I just shut down like an app one extra app that's out there. You know what?
Bushwhacker.
Oh, no, yeah. I thought I found something else I could shut down. Here we go. Let's initialize player data. Did it work? Did I not click on it? There it is. Yeah, that was slower than normal.
Cornelia Wicklespit. Thomasina Cutterbuff.
All right, so let's try it again. 29.99. Change wealth. Coin set from text. I think I got a bug in here. Yeah. Also, I learned to dance at the Mark Miller School of Dancing. Also, so here we go. We've got good data coming in. I think Set from Text has got a problem. I think it's got a problem. What's my result? Result looks good. Set from Gold. I think my problem's in here, kids. It's me. I'm the bad guy. Oh my gosh. Is it this? Is it that? Do I need a .0 at the end of this thing? Is that what my problem is? Let's first, before I do anything, let's just watch it step through here. Oh, shoot. That's, hold on. I hit an F10 when I wanted to, let's go back in again. I'm about to make a, it's F10 down here, then come in here, set next statement, and dive in one more time and watch it. Here's good. Now we come down in here. So number of gold is 29. Num platinum is equal to 2. That's right. Total gold minus equals num gold. Total gold. Whoa! Whoa!
That seems a little bit wrong, somewhat.
Yeah. This was 29.9. It just took it down. What? How did that happen? What the heck just happened? Okay, I'm gonna run it again and I'm gonna go in there and we're gonna watch that in slow motion right there. All right, here we go. Total gold says it's 29.99. All right, I'm gonna bring this up in a watch and see what's going on here. Add watch. Num gold.
Is this something to do with the interaction between an integer and a double? Which it really shouldn't be. But it's equal to itself minus value, isn't it?
There's the answer right there. Hold on a second. Let's put each of these in here. I want to num gold. I want to verify. Oh yeah, num gold is an int. I think you're right. That's what it is. And then we have total gold. Like that. And let's do one other thing. Let's copy this to the clipboard. Let's come down here and let's typecast num gold to a double.
So is a double not capable of storing 0.99?
Yes, a double's totally capable of storing that. It's like you can see it right there. It's got it right there.
But that's not 0.99. That's 0.9899984.
Yeah, no, I mean right above it though. Right here, you've got 29.99. So
but there's a difference between 29.99 and 0.99.
Okay, I hear you. But yeah, that's impossible. That's an impossible bug for somebody to ship. What is going on here?
What happens? Okay, here's the thing. Does the entire thing fix itself if instead of total gold being a double, it's a decimal?
I don't know, is the answer.
If it's a precision thing, then decimal better represents the numerics that we have.
You think so, huh? All right. So I can't typecast it. I have to change everything on this. What I want to do, I don't know, I kind of want to fix it with the doubles. This is just about as crazy as things can get right here for me at this point. I want to fix this line of code so that I get it through. But I think I want to create a test case first for this that fails. And then I want to come back and fix it. That's what I think I want to do. I'm going to hit run for now. I'm going to close this down. Let's go build that test case. Set from gold. Here we go. Let's duplicate this. We're going to call this test 29.99. 29.99. And what are we looking for? We're looking for number of gold pieces are 9. Number of platinum are 2. Platinums are worth 10 each. So 2 times 10 is 20. That gets me my 29. Number of electrum is 1. That gets me 50 cents. or 50 copper pieces. And number of silver is 4. That gets me another 40. And this should be 9 at the end. This we're expecting to fail. So let's just run this and expect to get our fail here. This is like unbelievable to me. This is like, I feel like, whoa, do I have one of those processors that can't do math? Do you remember those from like, what, 12 or 15 years ago?
Yeah, there was a rounding error, wasn't there?
Yeah, so there we go. And it's in the num copper. It says it should be 8 instead of 9. Okay, good. So now let's go set from gold. You want to change this to a decimal.
I just have this theory.
Well, you might be right. I don't know. I haven't really worked with decimals a lot. So let's just try it only there. Let's change this to a decimal. I think it's TDE. There we go. And so
here's the thing. I just did a little console app that declares a double, puts 29.99 in it, subtracts 29 from it, and right lines the result, and I get 0.98999999984.
Even with a decimal, you say you get the same problem?
Well, I've reproduced using a double. Now, if I redo this and run that again, it works. It does it as it should.
If you make it a decimal instead of a double.
Decimal in my little test app works. And it's if I've got this right, it's down to the idea that we think of double as being extremely high precision, but it's extremely high precision assuming you avoid the right kind of numbers. Just the same way as decimal is really good at showing certain kinds of numbers, but really bad at showing, like I say, a third, because it does the best it can, which is 0.3333333333, and then gives up. It's not capable of showing you a third. Yeah. But when it comes to money, generally speaking, we're in decimalization, and thus a good thing to use.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But we forget about it most of the time, because let's face it, int singles doubles is kind of where we live and breathe. Unless you're in a financial institution, I guess.
Yeah. My featured chat feature is not working. I'm like, what's going on with that? I don't know why. I'm trying to get Pudding's question up here. Is Roy going to give us a class on how floats double work? But it is not working. I got to go talk to...
No, let's see. I only remember the summary, so I went and I discovered at some point that this was an issue, and I proved to myself that it was an issue, and then I forgot why, and I just accept the fact that it is. To actually understand the why, I'd have to go and explore the whole thing again. So yeah.
Okay, so convert to gold. I'm taking doubles, but I'm passing ints inside of it. So num platinum is an int. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change these as well. I think I can pass ints in for doubles. I think everybody's going to be happy with that. I'm using a coder's feature which is mapped to Control B, which is paste to replace. By the way, I don't talk about it a lot, but if I just copy this to clipboard, Control Insert or Control C there, don't have to select it. And then over here, just hit Control B, it'll paste replace the identifier at the clipboard. So pretty fast way to do that. Then we want to come in here and what is it, DE? What's the decimal, Roy? What is it? It's not D, D is double. I don't remember what decimal is.
I don't know. Well, C#, I'm not sure.
Oh, it's...
Do you have to? I suppose you might have.
Oh yeah, let me look it up. You think I know this? Here we go. C# double literal. What do I have to do?
Like a symbol of some description. Hash or...
Decimal is... What's my... Yeah, decimal precision is higher. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. It looks like... No, there's my double. Where's my decimal? M. That's the secret word. M. Okay, because it's money.
It's nice and discoverable. Yeah, money. Okay, fair enough. That's at least a good reasoning.
That's my guess. I don't know.
Hey, it's as good as anything I can think of.
2.0 money. All right. All right. So from now on, decimal it is, baby. Okay, and then this is going to be, I'm just typing in T for type and then DE for decimal. Although you'd think maybe we would change that. What do I have for M? Anything? Oh, time measure. Okay. No, wait, that's not, hold on. I have nothing for M. I should almost make M also a variable, another one for decimal, since we're using M's here, right? It's shorter than, in other words, if I want to create a variable type decimal, I type in VDE, but I should be able to get it just by typing in VM, like that, is what I'm thinking. Let's play in that space for a second. So we bring up code templates in CodeRush. Hey, cutie.
Hi.
How you doing? You okay?
I'm fine.
Sex positive just walked in.
Perfect. How are you? What are you doing?
I'm working on a CodeRush template right now, and then I'm gonna, solve bugs. You want to come up a little higher, so they see more than just her. I married a very short woman. She's standing on her tippy toes. Whoa, she's giant.
I'm giant.
Yeah, Karen's frequently like standing on something and next to me and saying, "Would you still kiss me if I was this tall?" Codebase Alpha says the decimal value type is appropriate for financial calculations requiring large numbers of significant integral and fractional digits and no round-off errors. The decimal type does not eliminate the need for rounding, rather it minimizes errors due to rounding. Okay.
Yep, that's right, Codebase Alpha.
Yeah, is that right?
concur.
You knew that already,
Should
didn't
have
you?
asked
already.
Karen in the first place. That would have made things easier.
Yeah, Rory says we should have asked you in the first
You
place.
should
Would
have
have made
just
things
asked
easier.
me. I'm right here. Do you know, would you still date me if I was this tall?
Yeah, I don't. I'm fine with you being however tall you are. I'm okay. No zombies during the show. No zombies. Please, no shot zombies. All right, so I'm going to go to template name variables, which is right next to templates. And now I'm going to go into, what is it, C# types? No, maybe not language, neutral. Let's go to neutral. And is it system types? Here we go. Where's decimal? There, DE is decimal. So I'm going to add a new one here. And then my new entry is going to be system.decimal. Like that. And it's going to be just the letter M. And so now M is kind of money. Now if I click OK, now if I come in here and I type in VM, there's my decimal variable right there, right? If I want a method that returns a decimal, it's like that, MM. That's nice, I like that. Way better than the DE.
I have a question about how CodeRush works, because we do have a facility for adding a type to templates. But in this particular case, we were already using this type, and I'm guessing it wouldn't have shown up because there was already something for decimal. Is that why we're making that route in there? So if you've got your own types that you have not got existing mnemonics for, you can simply right-click those types, and you'll be given an extra option to add type to template, and you'll be given the opportunity to specify the sequence of characters to represent your type. We couldn't use that this time because decimal already had one variation in there.
Yes, that's correct. 100%. For example, here for coins or wealth change, I could come in here and right click and say use type in templates and then type in WC. This is what Rory's talking about. Then choose add like that. And now if I want to create a method that returns a wealth change, I just type in MWC like that. That's what he's talking about right there. We did not do that because decimal was already in there. All right, let's go back to where we were here. Let's get this whole thing to work. We used to have total gold as not a number so that we could do a calculation on it. Now what do we got to do here? We need to set this equal to TM. And what does TM have inside it? I got a min value. I'm going to do that. I'm going to use min value instead. Let's go into total gold declaration. We're going to make this TM, and then this is going to be min value. Like that. Min value. Let's go tab to next reference on this. Total gold equals decimal min value. Retro CO2 is lurking. I'm being summoned for pad training. All right. Okay, I think, whoops, I was about to say, I think we're good. Not quite. So this setting to min value just resets the calculations on the gold there. Okay, so now we have a convert to gold there. Now we have this piece right here, and we expect this to work. What do we got here? We need to throw an M on these. Set from gold. M there. M there. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. It's kind of interesting, by the way. My negative 41.99 that I just happen to already have worked.
Yeah, I think this is the sort of thing that's difficult to sort of picture, because we sort of think of 0.99 being the same regardless of what other digits are present alongside it.
Yeah.
And the storage mechanism doesn't necessarily work that way.
Looks like I got a couple errors here, compiler errors here. Oops, missed one of them here there. Is it still on the clipboard? Yeah, it is. Okay. Anything else I missed? Building. Out in game, it looks like. Okay, total gold. Change wealth. Change wealth is going to get a TDE coming in here, or TM rather, type of money right there. Change wealth, we're going to change that as well. There. TM there. Gold pieces. That's going to a decimal. Okay. On state change event args. That I take it can take it takes objects, so we're good there. All right, good. I think we might be done. Let's see if the build works now.
Cool.
Not quite. Set field. Looks like I need a double version of this. I mean, a decimal version of this. I'm really liking that TM, that M, though. It's way better than TDE. Saves me one keystroke every time I want to go to decimal. Can you send me an email, Rory, reminding me to incorporate that into the product?
Sure.
That M template. Just a real short email. Just say, you know, M alias for decimal, something like that in the subject, and I'll get it. All right. Set field, is that all I have to do? I think that's all I have to do. Sometimes this happens on a show. Isn't it funny, Rory? We're like, okay, here's what we're going to do today. Stat gold pieces.
Life has a habit of getting in the way occasionally and just rearing its head and going, no, not what you thought. We're going to do something different.
Yeah. I want to make this 2 decimal here. Like that. Called 2 decimal on text. I think this is a helper method. Yeah, there it is right there. String extensions on string. Let's just do this. Call it 2 decimal. And then come inside here. Yeah, I'm loving that TM right now. So fast to come in here and change that. TM could work. I could also use that paste replace feature as well. Like I've got it on the clipboard, just hit Control B right there. That only works.
That's another one of the nice things about Coderush, though, is there's usually more than one way to achieve something. So depending on your particular muscle memory or your way of thinking, your mental picture, it can be as easy to use one way as another for you, which is good.
Yeah.
Coderush.
That's it right there, kids. Brought to you by
Dev Express.
there you go. I don't know why I disappeared on that. Let's jump back over here.
It's to emphasize Dev Express, which, you know, is only reasonable.
That's true. You don't want me in the picture on that. Okay, so now we got 2 decimal over here. And here 2 decimal's got to return a, just type in TM right there. Sweet. And I think I want to hit escape to jump back. Yeah, there it is in there. So not too bad to go through all that, right? Using Coderush to make those changes quickly all the way through there. Pudding says, wait, Rory's asking, Pudding, how are things going?
So we've had a bit of an announcement, I think, I'm not sure when it happened here in the UK, but our lockdown, such as it is, it's not really a lockdown, but our difficulties are now going to be another 3 weeks, it seems, in our current state. And others around the world have obviously got much longer. Some are saying, you know, September before anything is going to change. Pudding is apparently Peruvian, as I was asking him. And he's not been affected too badly, but can't go out for a drink. Yeah, that would be a little tricky.
Yeah, Pudding is my favorite Peruvian, by the way. Do you know that?
I think it's probably mine too.
He's
That's probably
absolutely
fair.
hands down my favorite Peruvian. Right? What do you think, Fred? You too, or no? Fred's like, I'm not talking right now. Fred doesn't want to talk. Okay.
Fred doesn't like to play favorites. That's the thing.
He doesn't. Do we have a build yet, Rory? Does anybody know what's going on with my
Don't know.
code? You know, that leads to the following question: am I the only Peruvian guy you know? You guys know?
I wouldn't like to say.
Well, let's see. There's just counting on my fingers all the Peruvians I know. There's
I know a guy in Brazil. Does that count?
oh, we got a build. We got a
We
successful
got a build. Oh,
All
look,
right.
yeah.
All
Build
right.
saved us. Well
Yeah.
done.
All right. So now let's go back into our tests, coin tests right there. Let's run all those coin tests, and I want to see them pass. One failed.
Failed.
That's not good. What's my failing test? Test total gold. What do we got? Num platinum is 5. Num gold is 3. That's right. Silver is 4. Electrum, that should be 93. That should totally work. Why is that failing? Let's go run it. Debug it, I mean. Oh, that's right. Codebase Alpha. Well, there's a dessert. Aren't they from Peru or something? Yeah, you're right. Pudding's like, 1 out of 1. Nailed it. All right, let's dive in. What is going on here? What did I do? I don't want to do that. F11 to get inside. Oh, I think R equal. Oh, you know what it is, kids? They're different types. This needs an M on it. Right there. I bet that's the problem.
Yeah, that's fair.
Set next statement. And now F10 to run. There we go. That was it, kids. All right. Okay, not bad. So now we've got a bunch of test cases that are all passing. And I just want to be like, take that, sucker, to the code. That's what I want to say. Now that that's running, I think we can go back to the standalone app.
Yep.
Oops. Here it comes. And I want to...
Bushwhacker.
Let's initialize the player data. And
Cornelia. Bushwhacker.
let's change the wealth to 29.99. Change the wealth. Here it comes. There you go.
That's more like it.
Wow.
We have got the accuracy back.
That's kind of interesting, wasn't it? That's not a bug I think I've really experienced before. Yeah. Glitterholic Dreams is back as well. Welcome back, kids. Okay, so now let's get that. What I want to do next,
Cornelia.
when Cornelia clicks on her club, when she brings up the club, I want to see a club right here. So let's work on that. We're going to work on it. I'm going to hide the scroll here so we can see more of the code. But we're going to work on it in, where are you? In this front overlay right here. We're going to use this to test. So we'll use that to test. Let's make changes to the code. Let's go down over here in the Dragon Front game. Let's look for the weapons. Back on track here with where we were before. I don't know, Battle Axe? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to just let's kind of go in here. Load weapon. Okay. I think we might have to, it might be as simple as just changing this to club. Oops, club, like that. Club, origin X. We're gonna have to change those values to get the right origin here. And we're gonna load the weapon, and this is gonna be club, like this. That's the folder. And then I've got just a magic one, and we don't have this one at all. Okay, so that's my load club right there. I need to change these two. Right, like that. I need to change those two. Oh, check it out. I didn't know coders could do this. Oh, it's not too bad. Should we fix this? Maybe I think we should. Let's do a coders issue. Devs are going to be like, really, Mark? That's what they're going to do. Let's do it that way. So watch this, kids. All right, guys, I want to be able to support rectangular selections in selection markers. So I'm creating a rectangular selection right here. I want to drop a marker, Alt Home. Okay, looks good, but watch what happens when I collect it. It does not realize it was a rectangular selection and it restores it as a regular selection. I don't want that. I want it to know the difference between a rectangular selection and a normal selection. Okay? Can you do that for me, guys? Please? Thank you very much. We're going to call that an issue. They're going to turn it into a feature request, by the way. They're going to say support rectangular. They're like, you're the only one who wants this. Selections in markers. Like that. All right. Devs are awesome. You guys are awesome, devs, and I know you'll do the right thing. You're going to make the right choice. They are
awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
Hello, No Muscles. No Muscles out there. Hey, No Muscles. I feel like that might be my alter ego, by the way, out there. Does this mean you're all bones and internal organs? Yeah.
Yeah. Human skin ones. That sounds like an intro, right?
That was my, by the way, you're all bones and internal organs wearing a human skin onesie. That was my stripper name. One of my previous stripper names. Yeah. So, all right, let's figure out that origin. The origin is where the hand is going to be. So what I want to do is I want to like open one of these up and figure out that position. So I've double clicked that. PageUp Pro takes a little bit of time to load up. We'll come back to this in a second. So we'll come down here, we'll mark these again. So we've got load club. Let's just write the rest of the code here while that loads up. Let's go look for load battle axe. Here, let's call this dot load club, like that. Is that all I have to do? That might be all I have to do. Because I'm giving it a name here, it's going to go through all the code of loading it up and setting it out. And then all I have to do later is say, here, show the club. I think that's all I have to do down here on this side. Let's get that origin. So the origin is going to be about, I should have picked one that's right in the center. Straight up and down. I think it's this one right here. And I'm just going to look in my bottom right here. You can't see it because it's blocked over here. I think if I do this, maybe you can see it. Yeah. So here we go. I'm just going to move it right down about where I think that origin should be. Let's try it right about there. So, and I'm looking at the that number right there, the 435, 747.
Just to the left of your head as we all look at it. Yeah, well done.
Oh, it's right above my finger.
Professional level of pointing.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so what is it again? It's about 440, 745. And we might adjust this up or down depending on where it lies when it actually shows up here. Let's come over to our front overlay and we'll refresh that. All right. Next, I need to get the data right for this. And that's in the weapon effects spreadsheet. Yesterday, people would be like, we're all like, Mark, there's such a thing as a database, right? Yeah. Wait, it's not in weapons, it's in weapon effects, which is here, I think. This is where we create the weapon effects and we say what each weapon can do. So now I'm going to come in here and say club, like that. I think I could probably safely grab these lines here. Let's just do this. Let's grab both of those, copy the quarterstaff ones, paste it in here, call it club for both of these. Let me move this up, scroll it up, or move it over here so you can see it, what I'm doing. No, stop. I wish there was a way to get it, to drag it to a place and have it not infer that I want to maximize them in my...
It's all about where the mouse or the cursor actually ends up. It's not about where the window goes. So if you touch the top of the screen, or close enough to the top of the screen with the mouse, that's where the problem happens. Yeah. I frequently get the same thing going to the right-hand side. So I have to grab the window from further on its left so that doesn't happen.
So I'm going to say club.weapon here. Club.magic. Effect available when uses magic. This role is true. That's sweet. play to end on expire. That means when we're done, we do the final slash. Okay. The hue, I'm going to make it be the player as well. So we're going to shift this. I think I want this to be player and this to be player here too. So the magic will take on the color of the player. I think. Scale, I'm going to leave blank on this. So we're going to go full scale at 100%. I can modify saturation, brightness, opacity of the effects. The cool thing is that opacity for the magic is you can kind of tone down the magic a little bit if you want to. No rotation, nothing. Move up or down. So right now we're moving it down 150 pixels like everything. So I'm like, okay with that. We've got the sword draw, sword slash sound effects, not so good. We need a different sound effect here, but I'll keep these for now. Okay, I think that's it. So I'm going to now save this out. Whoops. I think it clicked the wrong one. Yep. Try again. Download, comment separated values. Put that in the correct folder. All right, that's down there. And now let's initialize player data. Wouldn't that be awesome if this just worked, Rory?
Oh yeah. But then that just means it's going to be awesome because it will work.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'll take it if it just works.
Thomasina Colorblind.
Okay, Thomasina Cornelia
Cornelia.
has the club. Let's click on club. Oh wait, not here. We would see it here. Look at that. Sweet.
My video is frozen. I can't see anything.
It's awesome. Look at the stream. It looks good. It's giant, by the way. It's a giant club.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's refresh the main
It's
stream.
an ore.
Yeah, it's kind of a big bricky-like thing. It looks awesome. All right, hold on a second. Let me refresh the main stream here, the front overlay on the stream, and we'll see it on the stream. You still frozen over there, or?
No, it's back now. I think it was just like a 5-6 second thing.
Okay. Initialize player data.
Thomasina.
And bring up the club. Come on. Well, we're not seeing anything, but it could be. Yeah, there we go. It's just the delay load
There
of
we
it.
go. That's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Now
Let's go.
Now we're going to test Shillelagh.
Oh
Ready?
yes.
So we're going to
Now
cast.
this is going to make it a magical weapon and change its damage to a D8
Yes.
by default.
Yeah.
So
well,
we're expecting to see physical effects
yes. So
around it.
So a couple things. Let's not cast it. We'll bring up the club a second just so we can see what's going on here. There's the club. When we roll the attack on the club, whoa, it's only 1d4 bludgeoning. I didn't know that. That's a big club for 1d4 damage.
So sure enough, there is a 1d4.
Yeah. Okay. We can double
All
check
good so
that
far.
by going into the data over here. Look out at the weapons table. There it is right there. And look at the club. I think I should make that club a little smaller. Yeah, it's 1d4. Okay?
Okay.
So
So the system is reacting absolutely correctly vis-a-vis the default data.
yeah, so that's your 1d4. So now if we cast Shillelagh on it, casting the spell. So it's going to take the damage dice to a d8. And what we did is we said we would also go to a d10. We had an in-house rule.
D10 was if it was used with two-handed.
Yeah, if it could be used two-handed, right. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually document that right now. That's my in-house rule for Shillelagh. Let's go over to spells and document that. Spells. Shillelagh. There's a description right here. Or a D10 if used two-handed. I'm just going to grab this bit right here. paste that there, change that to a D10. Weapon becomes magical if it isn't already. The spell ends if you cast it again or if you let go of the weapon. Okay. Let's download that baby. As spells, we've got a file system watcher on here. I can just save it as spells with the 1 in parentheses. The file system watcher will see that, will reload the spells back up. So now when we come back and cast Shillelagh, hold on a second. Oh, why didn't it do that? Does it have to be up? It's interesting. Yeah, it's not doing it. All right, we'll reinitialize. Well, we can't reinitialize player data. I think it only does it. I think it's only doing it if it's already up, which means that save. I'm gonna have to resave it with the real name here. If that 1 in parentheses is out there, and it's suggesting it's not. Interesting. It's weird. I'm gonna replace it. I may have lost Rory. You still with us, Rory?
Fred. Wickle spit.
No. You with us, Rory? You trying to find your way back? Looks like we're connected. I just can't hear you, Rory. And I heard some. There it is. Or D10 if you will use two-handed. I don't like that other one right underneath it. Looks like we may have lost Rory. Here he comes.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, you made some sounds. Or D10 if you use two-handed. I'm gonna. I'm just changing my description here. I'm not quite liking it right here. I think I'm just going to do this, a D10 if used like this. I'm just going to do that for that data. I want to see this thing reload on save like it's supposed to. I'm just going to save here. File System Watcher should find it and reload. No? Why not? Oh, because it's standalone. I think the File System Watcher is only coming up if the debugger's attached. That's my theory. Let's see if that looks like it's the case. File Watcher, set up spells, change File Watcher. Nope, it is spells updated. Whoops. Spells updated. Replace spells, data file. Nope, I thought we had code maybe that was doing this only if we were debugging, but that's not what I'm seeing. That should be called no matter what. I'm not sure why the File System Watcher isn't working. Okay. All right.
Miss Cornelia Wicklespit.
Let's initialize player data one more time. Get that. Take a look at the new version of it, and we'll try Shillelagh and see if we actually see magic coming up there. Okay.
Cornelia.
Shillelagh. All right. There's a new description, or a D10 if used two-handed. Let's do cast spell. Let's do it on the club. So there's the spell has been cast. Now let's bring up the club.
And the club has magic.
But the magic is in the wrong place. The magic's got to be on the front. I need to put the magic in the front. And also the hue shift isn't occurring. I need to get the hue shift going right there as well. get the hue shift on the front. It's going to be down here in the overlays. I think it's just this the order in which we load the weapons determines the Z order, is what I think. So let's just try a refresh let's refresh the front overlay. Okay. Let's initialize player data.
Thomasina, Cornelia Wickelspit.
Cast it on the club. Bring up the club. Where's the magic? Yeah, there we go. Now it's on the front. How are we doing? It's a little flickery near the ends. I think I've got
That very last phase, yeah.
I think I've got a problem with the logic. However, I just want to see it on dark background. It looks really good on a dark background.
It is better on there, yeah.
I just need a smoother transition there at both ends. Something wrong with the
It
transition.
almost feels smoother just because of the background. That's weird.
Oh, the background changing, you mean, instead of being
Darker background, it looks smoother anyway. You know?
Yeah. The brighter one, you can see that flicker, the glow changing significantly at the ends. Yeah, I need to go look at the generation of that. But the cool thing is that Shillelagh is now making the weapon magical. And then when we roll the attack with the club, we should see a D8, right? Yeah, that's a D8 right there above my head, right there.
That's a hit.
Okay, so that's not bad. There's no two-handed option for clubs because we only have one option here, but we got a quarterstaff which does have a two-handed option. So you could do a D8 there if you would cast Shillelagh on it. If we now, I think more than a minute's gone by. If we bring up the club again, now the magic is gone. Shillelagh is gone. I want Shillelagh to specify the hue shift color. That's what I want it to do. I want to figure out why we're not getting the hue shift. I guess at the very least we should get the player hue shift on it, is what we should get. If we look at the data for the weapon effects, it says that the wind-up color should be the player hue shift. That's what it says. And so let's try something here. Let's just try like about a 140 in here. That's about a green. And let's just see if that works. Sometimes I do this, it's kind of like a black box testing strategy, right? Where I just start poking at the behavior to just try to get an understanding of it. So that's now 140. Let's refresh the front overlay. There's the refresh. Initialize the player data.
Thomasina, Cornelia.
Let's cast Shillelagh. Cast it on the club. Bring up the club. Whoops. What happened? There it is. Okay, so that worked.
I did.
All right, so player's not working here. Is player working for any of the others? Let's look at this a second. The dagger shifts to player color. Let's bring up a dagger for me.
Merkin Bushwhacker.
My color's purple. Here's my dagger. There it is. It's not. It's red. So it's not working across the board. The hue shift. If the
Is
word
that something
player.
that's broken? Was that ever working?
I don't know. I think it was working at one point. I think it's broken. Yeah, I would call it working. And I think it's broken up in the D&D app, up here. That's where I think it is. So the windups for this. Thanks, Roy, by the way. Frank Boucheros is out there with us. Hey, Frank. Thanks for making the show awesome, keeping us on track. All right. These are the windups, the weapon windups. Let's see what we can do here. Search for windups. Send shortcut windups. Serialize the objects, the windups right here. Let's set a breakpoint here. Let's roll the attack for me. And then I'm going to click on dagger again.
Hit.
Okay. Let's click on dagger. What? Oh, because we're standalone, not running. Are we running in debug mode or not from here? We're not. Okay, my bad. Let's close that. Start up.
Working.
All right, initialize player data.
Holy bushwhacker.
Dagger, breakpoint. Okay, so get available windups for the player. Let's actually jump inside of here and look at this code. I got 3 windups, and they're all in DTO format. Hue is 0. Daniel Rail is now following. Hey, thanks for that follow, Daniel. Hue is 0. Hue is 0.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Yeah, I am too. Hold on, let's go look at the windups. Those are windup DTOs. I think hue should be, hue is an int.
Right, so if we try and put the word player in there, it fails and stays as 0.
I think so, yeah. Item effect hue. Well, how the heck are we getting here is the question. It's not an item effect. Set hue from. Set hue from string. Who's calling this?
Okay.
Wait, where am I? I'm in player action shortcut. On the item. That's the wind up DTO that we're passing in. I think we need to call set hue from string. What's this third parameter in here? It's the hue string itself. Wait. I see. Otherwise, it's in a conversion.
Relatively good logic.
Yeah, so that looks good. We just need to call it, I think, is what we need to do. So let's get back to where we were. Wind up DTO. Here. And I think we need to say wind up. Set hue from string. Where was that? Is that here? That's in player action shortcut. Okay. So we're going to say item, player, and then oh look, we're actually calling it right down here.
There are there.
I didn't even look down there. It's the same thing. Okay, hold on. Where are we? We're here. Let's see what happens as we come down here.
We're just not going in there.
Index is 0. The weapon hue, yeah, the problem is the weapon hue is null here. Carried weapon, weapon hue. Where's weapon hue coming from? Let me drill into this and find this here. What's going on? Carried weapon, weapon hue is equals to some sort of parameter. What's going on here? Add weapon. Oh, that's if it's a carried weapon, we can specify its actual hue. Got it. Okay, so that is the kind of the hue override. Got it. Okay, so I think we want to say if this is not null, oops, there, then we're going to do that. Otherwise, set hue from string, item, player, I'm going to have to add something, I think. I think I need to add the hue string is what I'm going to need to add to it, I think. If item.hue string equals player, then oh, wait.
Is that
No.
logic not possible to do inside the set hue from string?
I'm going to, oh, you're right. You're right. We're going to, it's a great place for it. Let's go in here like this. If hue string is null, then hue string is equal to item.hue string. Like that. And we're not, and then I'm going to do one more check on it. If it's null, then we get out. And so now what I want to do is come into item, wind up DTO, and go grab my hue and tab to next reference on this. This is my clone. Oops, let's declare my hue stir as a type. Just type in TS there to get my string. Okay, so tab to next reference here. Tab to next reference. Here we go. This is where we're bringing in the item effect from the loaded data, like this. Okay. All right. In fact, we can verify by drilling in there. That's the string here. That's the item effect right there. Okay.
Now, didn't you just alter one of the calls to set hue from something or other? So that it was not passing in the final parameter the same as it used to? Was that intentional, or do we still need to do that at the call?
It's still passing in weapon hue here. And weapon hue is going to be null in our case as we're stepping through the code. And if it is null, then we're going to assign it to hue string, which is going to be the full-on string, which is going to be the word player.
No, that's cool. I just thought you'd left the call in a different state to what it originally was, but apparently not.
Yeah, no, I think we're good. And then the hue shift is going to take place there if it's equal to player, and we're done there. And if not, we're going to try and parse whatever that number is, which now allows us to have a default hue here. We could specify like 220 or 330 for the hue shift, but but we could also in the player, let's go over to player, and we're specifying the weapons here. Where are my weapons? I feel like I'm scrolling past it. Let's go full screen here.
shift. There you go. On screen. Third.
No, that's the player's
Another?
hue shift.
Okay.
I'm talking about for the weapons themselves. Here we go. Here. So little cutie's got a great sword, and it comes out at this kind of purplish color. So I can override it if I have a carried weapon here. So this overrides what is in the weapons folder if specified. Or I'm sorry, not weapons, weapon effects.
So
folder.
weapon is like the general case of a club. However, that's the specific club they are happen to be
Yes.
carrying.
Yeah, so I can say you've got one that's got a purple glow instead of your own color's glow, whatever that is. And so that's kind of what's going on there. So now this should now work. I think this is okay as it is. The data hasn't changed, just the app has changed. Let's go ahead and run. And let's initialize player data. Let's see if that editing continue is working. Roy's very quiet, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Let's crank him up. Good, talk to
How's
us, Roy.
Is that any better? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thanks, Codebase Alpha.
Cornelia Wicklespit.
Let's bring up me.
Merkin.
Click on the dagger. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, that was a crossbow. I got no crossbow yet. Dagger. I love the scaling. There we go. Purple dagger.
There you
Sweet.
go.
Rory's like, there you go. I'm slightly colorblind. I trust you, Mark, that's working. I love pair programming with people that don't have full color vision on color bugs. Because I'm like, and we fixed it again.
See, I can't see the purple, but I can see that it matches your beard.
And you're like, but
There you
Mark,
go.
you didn't even get
So-
a compile. How is it running even? Yeah. Oh, sweet. You guys hear something? Hey, there's something sneaking around here. I'm a little bit nervous. Whoa, my God! Wicked Blue Ninja is in the house. How you doing, Wicked Blue Ninja? That's a heck of an entrance you're making there, buddy. I always get scared. Cool. We've got a purple dagger. I'm really happy with that.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nice.
So we've got hues that are correct. We've got calculated magic on the club
And
when
there's going to be
Shillelagh is
some damage.
Yeah,
the right damage coming in.
yeah. Let's go look at Cornelia again now.
Oh.
And so let's bring up the club. Let's clear our breakpoint here. Okay, the club is red in shift, right, in hue. But her color's purple a little bit. It's purplish blue. The club should be changing color. Did I not specify player? I did not
That's
specify.
only when it's magic.
No, I didn't specify. No, I didn't specify player for the hue here.
Oh, okay.
So it's just going to use the default there. So now I'm going to change it to now to player. Let's save this data out. Weapon effects.
No Codebase Alpha. It is a club, and that is a battle unicorn.
An ore. Dude, I paid $24 for that yesterday. You can't call it an ore. It's a giant club. It was the best club they had. You can't be all like, is that an ore on me? Please.
I did not prompt the man, okay?
All right. So let's see. Now we want to, what do I want to do? I just want to, all I need to do is just initialize player data again, I think. And that should come up purplish in color. Now when we do it.
Thomasina. Cornelia Wicklespit.
Club. Okay. That's very purple. It's almost too purple. I suppose I could come in here for saturation and change it to 0.5 to drop it down a little bit. See what that looks like. I think my saturation, I don't remember if my saturation goes from 0 to 1 or from 0 to 100. We're about to find out. If this works, then it's 0 to 1. If it goes to completely grayscale or something else. All right. Initialize player data. And I think I almost want to drop the size of that club down.
Cornelia Wicklespit.
I think that worked. I think it worked.
Maybe.
Yeah. What do you think, Rory? Let's make it
I think,
0.1.
I think there's some absolutely wicked ore-based humor going on in the chat room.
We need to summon a longship spell to go with the R. Hey! Okay. Wicked Blue Ninja says, I do see the club now. The best ore club for, yeah, it's an ore club. Fine, it's an ore club. All right, let's see if the
It's a
point
club
one.
as defined by an orc.
Yeah, let's initialize player data again. If this one comes up grayscale, then yeah, the saturation drop did occur.
Cornelia.
No. That did not work. Let's try a 50, just for kicks. It's black box, kind of black box testing this, throwing numbers at it. We may have a different bug here. Initialize player data.
Cappuccino. Cornelia Wickelspit.
Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so that's a 50% drop in saturation. Okay, let's make a note up here. Put a comment in here. Goes from 0 to 100. Defaults at 100 if empty. Okay, that's sweet. All right, so there's that. Now let's try the magic. The magic should be purple when it comes up. And then I want to do one more level of override on this here. So let's cast Shillelagh on it. Cast the spell. Let's target the club. There's the spell cast. Bring up the club. Okay.
Magic club.
Yeah, kind
There
of
we
a
go.
purplish blue. Good. Now I want to change it. I want Shillelagh to be able to change the hue of the club. And I'm not sure how we're going to do that. What do we got here for Shillelagh? There's a hue column right here. This is the hue of the spell effect. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it about 150. Let's set that spell effect at 150, hue 1 there. Let's download CSV, bring the spells down. Okay. Let's initialize player data. Now, when the windup comes up, get available windups. We're just in here. We're calling set hue from string. If it's magic, and I think we should have a magic override on this, is what I'm suggesting we pass in here. Set shortcut windups. Oh, this is tricky. Because Shillelagh has nothing to do with this action of bringing this out. Maybe I give this up for now. I'm going to give it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. This is for the spell effects that come out. I think I'm going to give up on this one because it is so far removed. And the fact that we even know that it has magic, well, at least let's figure that out. Hold on.
So it's kind of the act of casting Shillelagh can have the hue, but it kind of has to, in and of itself, attach further attributes to its target, such as a hue to be on top of that.
Yeah.
That's somewhat more complicated than you were planning on.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Is it here? I'm looking through where we're assignments at. Oh, it's only assigned here. Creature prepares attack is here. Let's get more code up here. So our call was this one that we called down from. We were looking at this code yesterday. Update player attacking ability. The attacking ability modifier. Override attacking ability. Check for attacking ability override. We wrote this code, I think, yesterday. We're checking for get the active spells. We're calling trigger get attack ability. All right, here's what I'm feeling. We're in the spell. We're in Shillelagh. We might be able to do this. Not here, though. On get attack ability, if spelled target is equal to readied weapon, right? I want to come in and I want to say set override weapon magic hue. And let's change it to 220, about 160, which I think is green. Okay?
Yep.
Excited about this, Rory?
I like the strategy here.
Okay,
Effectively,
good.
you're going to set an environmental factor, which you'll pick up on shortly afterwards, to override. It's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so there's my spell. Override it, replace it. Let's go to this app and shut it down. Let's declare this new variable, override weapon magic hue. Let's go find this one. We're just going to duplicate this. This is going to be an int. That's going to be called that. Tab to next reference to find our way down. I don't need to do anything here. I do need to set it over here though. Set it equal to 0. No, set it equal to int.min value. That's what I think I need to do. Like that, okay. Let's come back up here. Okay, so that's going to clear it before we call the check attacking ability override. Afterwards, it's going to set it. Next, where we need to go to, I think it was it here where we cloned? I'm going to have to just back up until I visually recognize the place we're looking at, because I don't remember where we were. Okay, working our way. I should maybe, let's see if coders can help us. Set up spells, change, set hue from string. It was around this space right here. Did it just get me to the wrong place? It looks like it might have. What's going on here? Maybe not. It did put it in the center, so I think we're actually okay. So get available windups was also in the place where we're looking at too, I think, right there. Yeah, okay, this is where we were. Okay, so now the player has got it. Now what we need to do is find out if it's magic, and if it's magic, then we're going to change it up. Is what we're going to do. Okay, so I set a breakpoint here, and I think that may be all we need to do. Well, we're going to write some code and edit and continue. We'll get to run. I'm kind of into that big giant or-like thing.
Codebase Alpha says this code is awesome.
It is awesome. All right.
You could certainly club someone with it.
Yeah, I actually love over-the-top weapons. I really do. The one of the players we don't have has got a warhammer, And it looks just hellacious when she lifts it up. It's like crazy. Okay, so let's initialize the player data. Cornelia, Shillelagh, cast the spell on the club. There's the spell cast. Bring up the club. We're at the breakpoint. Is this item magic? Club.weapon. It's not this time. Club.magic. Okay, that's the effect. So we're going to say, hey, look, if, thanks, Roy, item dot effect dot ends with dot magic. Then we're going to go with an override and player dot what is it? Override weapon magic hue is not equal to int dot min value. Like that. Let's see if we get to there. What false? If it ends with it, what's my override weapon magic hue is not, it's min value. Why is it min value? So the breakpoint here. Oh, am I not? Oh, wait. No, I should be setting it. I should be setting it here to 160.
Does that happen before you set it to min value?
I think that might be what's going on. Let's set a breakpoint in our set function, and run. Okay, I'm going to click on Sling, and now click on Club. Okay, there's my min value reset. Now I'm in my set hue from string without my set. My set didn't get called yet. My set breakpoint didn't get called at all. Get attack ability. Oh, well, it didn't get called at all because Shillelagh wasn't working anymore, I think. Hold on. Because the spell expired. Okay, now I've got a set. What is it? The target weapon to the club. Now I'm bringing up the club. All right, so there's the clearing of the value. Now we're in the set. Uses magic, this roll is true. Okay, next one. Oh, now we get to here? Uses magic, this roll. We didn't even get.
So it's interesting, we're also not seeing the tell, the attacking with weapon and so forth in the chat. So it's almost as if that condition is not being fulfilled.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. We're not getting in. It's like this code is not being called.
I'm not sure how the code is interpreted, but if the idea is to check the spell's target against the readied weapon, is it possible that it simply doesn't happen unless you engage the club first and then cast Shillelagh? Because it won't be readied unless it's sort of in your hand, right?
It's in my hand now, though. The fact that it's going like this, it's in the hand. If I swing it and roll the attack, it's bringing the D8 out. So the Shillelagh effect is it's in my hand. On get attack ability. Well, I guess now we got to go set a breakpoint for that. Setting breakpoint here. And let's try again. Shillelagh, cast the spell. Club, bring up the club, Check for attacking ability override. Get attack ability. There we go. There's our code. We're evaluating that code. The get must be returning false is what's happening. The readied weapon is going to come from here. Get value, I think. We set a breakpoint here. Run to it. Are we going to get to it? We're at the set. Uses magic. This roll is true. I'm not sure where that's coming from. What's my call stack out here? We're out here and do expression. Set use magic roll. If two-ended is true, replace damage dice D10. Wait, where are we? We're out here on player prepared's attack. So we somehow
attack rather than get attack ability.
Yeah. Is this code being used or called or not is the question. We should see a, whoops, I just hit, I think I have 5 on that to refresh it. We should see a +4. Let's run it a second. Let's disable our breakpoints for a minute. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's working anymore, Rory. This used to be a +4 here, right? It's going to be her initiative plus her spellcasting modifier, which is another +2, which you can see, it's wisdom there, I think. I think wisdom.
I'm a little confused though, because when the spell came up, does it not make a prediction of that? And I've been seeing a +2 in there.
No, it should be a +4 total, is what it should be. She gets her proficiency bonus. Here, let's bring her. If you look at on screen at her stats, right there, her strength stats is 0. Her plus modifier in the ellipse right below the number 10 there for her strength column is 0. So when she normally is throwing the club around, hold on, she only gets a +2. That's because her proficiency. See the proficiency, the blue +2 right there. So she get a +2, but when she casts Shillelagh on it, then she gets to use her spellcasting modifier, which is wisdom. See it up in the top up there, right up there in the top of her stat, wisdom spellcasting ability, right? So that's her modifier, which means it's going to be +2. You can see the +2 right there, plus another +2 for proficiency. So when she swings the club now...
The compound effect.
Yeah, so right now without the spell, it's a D4, right? Like that. But if she casts Shillelagh on it...
That's a hit!
Let's pull that out. Cast Shillelagh on it. Cast spell on the club. Bring up the club. This should be a +4, but it's not. This code...
So is it the addition, the +2, is replacing the previous +2 rather than compounding it?
No, it's just taking the +2 from her proficiency and not getting that she's now using her spellcasting modifier for the attack.
Okay.
The problem is this if statement is, I think, failing, or the event's not coming in at all. Because this part right here, this is what would turn that +2 to +4. This would change the color. This is what would allow us to see the piece out there. So get spell target. Do I have to put a get around readied weapon? Maybe. Let's see if that has any change at all. I'm just poking it now, and we'll drill into the get in a second if this doesn't work. Okay, initialize player data.
Cappuccino! Wickle spit!
Cornelia cast Shillelagh. I cast it, but I don't see the piece that asked me the question. I didn't see that. Let's try again. Club. Still a +2. All right, so that didn't work. Let's set a breakpoint on the getter. So, no wait. Let's set the breakpoint here for get value.
So, what's the definition of a readied weapon as far as the system's concerned?
That's the weapon that we're using in the. That's the weapon that we're using that we picked up. We're ready to swing.
Except that in the case of casting Shillelagh, you don't have a weapon in your hand.
Yes, but this on get attack ability is called whenever they're checking what ability modifier is going to be used for any attack.
Okay. So this is also called after you have finished Shillelagh, when you indeed do use the club. Okay. Well, as you say, it sounds simply like the clause itself is failing. Do we know what the the readied weapon is indeed being detected as club, and indeed the spell target get is also club?
Yeah.
Or maybe there's just a spelling difference, or one's not being trimmed or something similar.
I don't know. I've got a breakpoint in get value, and I'm going to put a breakpoint over in my get function as well, because both of those are used. And let's do that. Let's, I think the failure is here. And at least I think that's going to be what we're about to confirm. I've got those 2 breakpoints there. Let's export this new version out here. And let's initialize the data. I'm going to have to clear this, it looks like. Oh, man. Hold on. Let's go back and set it. And let's temporarily disable all. So we can get our initialization up. And
Thomasina Cornelia Wickelset.
there's the club. Bring up the club. Oops. Click away. Now let's enable our breakpoints. Click on the club. Okay. Trigger get attack ability. So this is if get spell target is equal to readied weapon. That's what this is, the one that we were looking to see. We're on evaluate of get. This is get a spell target. So we should be jumping down in here. There it is. The evaluator contains the key. Casted spell is that. There's my instance, my property. There's my property, and I'm doing a get value on that. It's coming back with a carried weapon. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Next, run. And, I get to a set. Why didn't I get to get value? I did not understand that. Readied weapon should have gotten me out here. All right, let's disable all the breakpoints a second. Readied weapon, I don't even get that. I don't have a property called readied weapon, I'm sure, yeah. the code looked right. Get spell equals readied weapon. Okay, we got to one side. We didn't get to the other side. Really weird.
Is there any kind of a secondary set happening from inside a side effect of a get? Seems like we shouldn't have that, but
I don't think so. No. All right. So one more time on the club here. Let's click the enable all the breakpoints. Go to the club. Okay. I want to get over to my D&D property. There it is, right there. I've got a breakpoint now on handles as well. Just gonna throw all this out here. I want to get a breakpoint over here. So here it is. If get target spell is equal to readied weapon should trigger a breakpoint over in D&D property.
yeah.
And this is spell target. We determined that this was correct. And then we jump right to a set. It's like,
Readied weapon is actually a property, isn't it? It's not one of those things in the dictionary where it's kind of like an arbitrary environmental thing that you're setting.
yeah,
It's a
readied
real
weapon.
property.
Yeah, it's readied weapon. We should see it as a property. There it is right there.
Okay.
It's like it's really bizarre what seems to be happening. It's like the expressions evaluators all of a sudden jumping over to we've jumped over to trigger player prepares attack. So we were in a completely different place, and we jumped out of the expression evaluator.
So it's almost like it hit an exception and
Yeah,
just improved onto the next one.
it's kind of what it almost did, is what it looked like to me. But I got to figure out why. Signaling all the breakpoints again. Enable breakpoints. Club. All right, so we're here. We'll set a breakpoint out here. And so let's go into expressions.do. Let's throw a breakpoint here. See if we get out there. Evaluate. This is my getter. We verified that this works. Spell target is good. We're out. How are we getting out? We have no exception here. Is there another exception inside of it that's being
Can
caught?
we wrap it in a try catch and just put a breakpoint in the catch?
Well, it is. That's what I've done. I've got it in a try catch right here. I suspect there's a try catch inside of here. No. That's maybe suppressing the error. But I don't see. Do I see catch? Let's look for catch here. No, it's just the express. Oh, there's one. I just was. Execute try list. Do I have any throws in here that throw it back out? It looks like, yeah, there's a throw. So that's going to pop it back out. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. This is definitely interesting. So we're past, at this point, we're past the problem. Debug. Civil breakpoints. Okay. Let's get in here again.
Copperbeardy is in the house.
Copperbeardy's in the house. Well, you know what I can do? I've got that get breakpoint. I can go back to this again and try to get the value through here.
Yeah.
And just see what comes back. I don't understand why readied weapon. Readied weapon, the reference to readied weapon should absolutely...
Are we using readied weapon anywhere else? Have we proof that it works under other circumstances? Are we misspelling it, or...
No, we're not.
Is this...
Yeah, no, we're not. Let's just do this. We're going to export this. We're going to set the breakpoint in the get.
Yeah.
And we're expecting to see 2 get calls, one for spell target and the second one for readied weapon.
Sure.
And see what happens there. But that didn't fix it either when we tried this, but we'll try it. We'll initialize player data.
Thomasina Butterfly.
Okay, let's enable all the breakpoints. And click on club. What? I didn't even get to my get. Did I take out my get breakpoint? Looks like I did. That's why I didn't see it. This is past that point. One more time. Let's click away. I think we have enough time. Sling. Get me out of here. 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 And club, am I less than a minute away? Okay. Run. Now I'm in my get. First spell target is good. The next one is readied weapon.
Right. Is there anything we can highlight here and just get a watch on for the totality of this?
I'm going to say no. Let's just run through it and see it get the value here. It says it's a field. It's returning. It's a carried weapon.
That's what we know the other one said too.
No, the other one didn't get its breakpoint. We never got the breakpoint for the second one. This breakpoint was never hit for get value on variable name right here.
No, but it did for the spell target. Spell target was definitely a carried weapon.
This is the wrong place. Hold on. This is the wrong place to be here. That was my bad. It's not D&D property. Those are for the properties I had out here. It was D&D character property. That's where I wanted to be to check the other piece. So it's basically saying the values are different. Now the problem is where am I going to? I'm out of this already. Although I am logging this out. Get ready weapon.
How is a carried weapon compared with a carried weapon? Because it might be a very different object with the value inside it essentially being the same, but it'll still judge it to be 2 different objects. And fail.
Yeah, I thought they were the same is what I thought they were, but they're been apparently not. So what's my return value? Do I have a return value on here? Still dealing with the carried weapon is what I'm doing here. Well, this is maybe our clue. Damage 1. No. That should be okay, I think. Stack push. I'm now in the... wait, do I have the 2 values in the stack? Ah, cool. Well, we can now do it this way. We can look at the stack. You with me on this, Rory?
Yeah.
Let's figure out what the heck's going on here. So add watch. Item 0 and item 3 are on the stack. So there's stack of 0. What? How do I get? With a stack, I can't access them by...
I think you can peek. Well, peek only gives you the top item, doesn't it? You go to list and then take an index, right?
There we go. Beautiful, Roy. All right, so there's 0, there's 1, There's number 2, or index 2. And now we want to check to see, hey, is 0 equal to 2? False.
It is not.
That's our problem.
So is carried weapon a struct or a class?
It's class. I can't open these
We've
up.
overridden the equals. No? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, because I have to refresh them? There we go. Let's kind of take a look at the insides. Come on. I can only look at one at a time. Okay. I really don't like that. I have to refresh this. Now I can't open the other one. Well, the other one's open now, so at least we can look at this. Start comparing them. I can create a separate function for comparing weapons. What are these looking at? All these values are the same. What's the weapon inside?
Bludgeoning 1d4 on one side. Which I guess we haven't got the Shillelagh going, have we? So that would sort of make sense.
1d6 piercing.
Javelin.
Wait, what?
This is a javelin. Which is very much not a club.
It thinks my carried weapon is a javelin.
Yep.
I think carried weapon's not being set at the right time. This was working yesterday. Remember? I promise you, we had the. I looked at it and I said it's got a +4. So somehow carried weapon is not being set. Let's disable all breakpoints and run it a second. What does that word even mean?
Ukulele or
plays
shillelagh?
ukulele. Yeah, ukulele. Shillelagh.
Shillelagh is apparently some Celtic word meaning club or stick or
Yeah,
bashing implement.
that's
we can
right.
tell.
Okay, let's look at when we're setting carried weapon. I bet we're setting it too late. That's what I bet is happening. It said it was the javelin. I think the javelin was picked just before this. If we were to reproduce this, wait, if I choose something else, it's going to set carried weapon to null? No, yeah, okay, it didn't do it. All right, so let's go look at when carried weapon is being set. Nope, that's the wrong one. I don't want that one.
So I hate to do this to you, Mark, but
No, you
I've
don't.
just realised that I'm closing on about an hour later leaving
Yeah.
than I normally do.
Get out of here, buddy. I know
So,
you've been here a long time trying to help me out. I appreciate it.
I have to say it's a fascinating problem. I think you're right, it's a timing issue, because obviously you were on a javelin and now you are on an oar. Sorry, a club.
Buddy, that's a club. That's a serious club.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I hope things go well, and I will catch up with you on Tuesday.
All right. We'll see you, buddy.
All right, bud. Have a good one. See
All
you
right.
soon.
You too, bye. Pudding says, wait, I've heard this word before. In WWE. Okay. Carried weapon. When is this assigned? No, I want carried weapon from character. Oh, wait, is it carried weapon or readied weapon? It's readied weapon, right? Sorry, readied weapon. Player taking action. Shortcut dot carried weapon. It's set here. It should be set correctly. Carried weapon. Club. Oops, I already passed by the place where we were going to execute that code. All right, ready weapon. Let's get out of here. There's the stack push. It's the javelin. Why is the javelin the readied weapon? Hold on. So at this point, the character, we're in the character right now. Let's look at the readied weapon right here. So the javelin, it should be. It's a club. What? This is the problem that I've got the order of these reversed here. That the let's continue a second. Wait, let's go to, we had a filter in here. That's my problem. Here's my problem. Right there. It's when we added the filter. That's when we broke it. Okay. Debug. Disable all breakpoints. Let's push that one, run it. Okay. There's the problem. It's going with Javelin because Club is the first one in the list when I cast Shillelagh on it. When I click Club, it's the first one in the list. And I'm saying it's equal to this right here. The problem is that I'm adding a number, but I'm not really having a list of them. I'm going from a different list. I'm changing the indexing because I'm filtering elements out of the list. What I want to do instead is create a list of carried weapons right up here. So let's do a new list of carried weapons and say filtered weapons, like that. And then when we come down here, we're going to say filtered weapons.add, and we're going to add in the carried weapon. Okay, like that. Then when we get to the end of this whole thing, we're going to say the weapon is equal to that out of the filtered weapons. That's what we're going to get. That I think is going to work. So let's come back up here to the top. Actually, let's undo one thing here. Let's just look at this. If we just F10 this, and we see, yeah, it's the carried weapon here. If we were to take this whole piece, this is where we're going to find that javelin. There it is right there. Right there, javelin. Okay, so we want to change this code to be that instead. Let's bring set the next statement right up there. Let's run one more time. Club, and now the weapon should be a club. There it is, club. Good. Run. Okay. Next, we click on club. Now we got our +4. Good. We do not have our hue shift though, but I think that's because we haven't written it yet. Let's enable our breakpoints again. All right, here we go. The override magic hue string is empty. That should be a real value. Why are we not getting in there? Club. Okay, hold on. I think Shillelagh just stopped. Here we go. Now we're in. That's what I want to see. Right here. Now we can write it. Item.hue is equal to that override hue. Now we should see green come up on that. Run. Oops, I forgot to do a return. Hold on. My bad. Here we go. And a return. Now let's try it. Is it green? Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Okay, and we get the message out here. Cornelia is attacking with her Shillelagh imbued weapon, using her spellcasting ability Wisdom to get a +2 modifier to the attack and damage rolls. So now we've got +4 up there. We've got 1d8. We can roll the attack. +4 to hit and to the damage. So 10 + 4 is 14. That should be a hit.
That is a hit.
And damage is only 4 though. Shouldn't the damage... The text says to the attack and the damage rolls. Now I got to see what's going on with Shillelagh. See, is that right? Bring up Cornelia's data sheet here. Here it says it's +2. That +2 is, I think, coming from the proficiency bonus. I think. Or maybe not. For the attack and damage rolls. The weapon's damage die becomes a D8. Genso 0 is raiding with Party 6. Thanks for the raid, Genso. Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. What'd you guys do? Where are you coming from? I'm in the middle of... No problem, sir. All right, cool. Genso. G for golf. Genso. Perfect. Genso. Is that right? Genso 0? What'd you guys work on? But he says, welcome, Raiders. Yeah, we don't defend here. We're a very peaceful group here. He's in the middle of being lost and confused without Roy. Hey, Pudding, come on. Pudding. I don't think I'm in the middle. I think I'm just getting out of it. I'm working on the damage. It should be a +2. Spell casting ability and some strength for the attack and the damage rolls. The damage is off by 2. It should be a +2 for the damage here. Let's figure it out. I'll show you what we got so far. Kids are just coming in. I'm not sure it makes sense for me to give folks in the chat room control over everything, to be able to say things like that when I'm just meeting new kids from Genso Zero's stream, from his raid. But there you go. Okay, he's getting out of it. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm getting out of it. All right, so let me show you what we got so far. We've got Dungeons and Dragons.
Back to the code. Thomasina.
We've got these guys right here. And Cornelia's got a spell called Shillelagh. Cast that spell Shillelagh on her weapon. She's got 2 she can choose from. She's going to cast it on the club. That's going to now, when she brings up the club, it's going to have magical powers. There it is right there.
Cool story, bro.
That's a cool story. There it is. And we've got the green magical powers on top of the purple club. And but the problem we got the +4 modifier, which is correct. But the problem is our damage health extra dice doesn't have a +2 on it. We need that to have a +2 on there. That's what we're trying to figure out. When we roll the attack, what happened? I heard the sound effects, but I didn't see the die on that. Oh, I think it's disabled on this page.
Good design.
Come back over here. Here's the roll.
Set breakpoint.
That's Surly Deb taking over my show. Surly, are you taking over my show? Is that you? Yeah, it's Surly Deb. Surly Deb. Okay. So that's kind of where we are. We got to figure out why we're not getting a +2 on the damage health extra dice. That's going to take some research because I haven't looked at that code in a while. Figure that out. Glitterholic Dreams. How'd you get the 2 icons on top of each other there? Looks like Easter egg icons on top of me. How'd you do that? Okay. Let's look what you see here. Damage modifier. That's in the player action shortcut. It's here. Is this my problem? Process dice string. I don't know. Let's set a breakpoint here and see what we get. Shillelagh is expired, so we have to cast it again. Cast it on club. Bring up the club. Didn't even get called. So it has to do with the offset on the die rolls. Is that right? So maybe there's another piece out here. Attacking ability modifier. Let's go to character. Let's see what we got in character for modifiers. Let's restrict the search just to this file. All right, let's try it here. Set a breakpoint there. See what we get. So now it should be like kind of 0 on that thing. It's a strength modifier now. Cast Shillelagh on it again. Bring up the club. 2. All right. So that's my attacking ability modifier. What about my damage modifier though? Hold on. Here's my 2-hit modifier. My damage modifier is here. Is this going to get called? Run? It doesn't get called. I think it may have already been called. Not called at all. Damage, hit extra dice. When are we going to set that? Spell done casting. Cast the spell again. Bring up the club. Let's get out of here. You're taking action. Called from activate shortcut for player. Okay. Does not modify the current roll. Get from here. Current roll. Here we go. Action shortcut. Damage modifiers 2. All right, I think it's going to look like this. Not equal to 0, like that. Let's see if we can close that up. All right, if damage modifier is not equal to 0, if it's greater than 0, then monster is equal to plus. All right, so I think it's going to look like that. This is my breakpoint getting hit. 2 plus a 0, that looks good. So my damage modifier of 2, got a plus 2 on here. Now we got a 1d4 bludgeoning plus 2. Okay. And then are we going to change that to 1d8 bludgeoning? We did, but we lost the plus 2. On the club again. Bring up the club. Attacking ability modifier is 2. Yep, we definitely lost it here.
Exactly.
I feel like the breakpoint is in there. Okay. We're now down in this space here. Get die roll, get from. What's my current roll coming out? It's missing it coming out of there. Let's go back inside. Let's get a breakpoint in there. There's my +2, I've got it. Here's where we do the replace. There's my +2, replacement roll is that. First descriptor is there. Ah, okay. Replacement roll. No. Do I want to do this yet or not? I think I can do this here. I think I can actually take this out and pop this down here. And instead do this. If replacement roll dot modifier, shoot, what is it called? Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to create something. First modifier is not equal to 0. And we're going to do the same kind of code down here. Like that. Let's go declare first modifier. So a roll can have multiple rolls. Normally these do not have a lot in them. So we're going to do this. First modifier, the type is going to be an int. And we're going to pull out the, what is it? Offset. That's what I should call it, offset. What's offset? Is it a double? It's an int. What is it not like this? Oh. Wait. That's an int right there. What's my problem? Okay. All right, so there's my first modifier there. And maybe let's rename this to first offset. Okay. So now can we step through this? Where are we? We changed the descriptor, we did. We've now got a bludgeoning. First offset is a 0. I wanted this to be if it's equal to 0. Sorry. Let's come back up here. Set next breakpoint there. Set next execution point. Editing continue is not able to catch up with this change. Looks like we may have to restart. I think this is going to fix it though. All right. I think the spell effects are pretty cool on that. All right, starting up.
Cornelia Wicklespitz.
Initializing player data.
Thomasina. Cornelia Wigglespit.
Casting Shillelagh. On the club. Let's bring up the club. Let's take a look at it. So we take the original, which is 1d4 plus 2. Keep the first offsets now back to 2. Nice, now we got the plus 2 in there. Okay. D8 plus 2 bludgeoning. Roll the attack. So now it should be a plus 4 to hit and a plus 2 on the damage. The damage should be 4. Good. And the hit is 19, plus 4 on the hit. Okay. Wow. That looks like that worked. Quarterstaff has got a 1d6 and a 1d8. So normally on the hit there's no additional damage on it. Right there, when we throw it out. But if we throw out now and we cast Shillelagh on the quarterstaff, cast the spell on the quarterstaff. Now when we bring up the club should have no effect on it. What? Do I have 2 Shillelaghs going at once, maybe? Quarterstaff has the effect. Interesting, the club had it, but it wasn't the right color. I'm not sure what that is. There's like a uses magic check, I think, happening here. We need to go look at why that club has still got it. That's the right color there. We got a plus 4 plus 1d8 plus 2. This should be 1d10 plus 2. Good. For two-handed weapon attack. Here's the d10. It's a miss. The damage is 12. Okay, those numbers look right. The piece that didn't look right is the club was coming up as if magic were being used. Let's add 10 minutes to the clock. Quarterstaff no longer has magic. Club, do you have magic? No longer has magic. Were there 2 Shillelaghs out there? Why was the club having a second bit of magic on it? Shillelagh. Cast spell on the club. Shillelagh. Cast spell on the quarterstaff. Bring up the club. Bring up the quarterstaff. Yeah. Okay. I gotta check the code. What's going on? It is, I'm having a debate with myself. It is an edge case bug. And I want to get rid of the get here because that was extra and we don't need that, I think. Let me clean this up while I think about that bug. Initialize player data. Yeah, the code. I think I've got 2 Shillelaghs working. That's what I think is happening. Because this override is occurring here, it seems. Well, that is for part of it. We have seen that. Okay.
Fred! Cornelia!
All right, let's just to make sure that change we just did is still working. Cast spell on the club. Bring up the club. That looks like that's working. I got 1d8 plus 2. Roll the attack. Okay.
Hit!
Plus 4 to hit damage. That's much better. Quarterstaff Quarterstaff still has magic powers. This is the bug from before. All right, let's do the test on multiple spells. Cast it once on the club. Cast it a second time on the quarterstaff. Bring up the club. How many active spells? We have 2. Okay, we might be able to solve this problem. Shillelagh is in slot number 0, and I bet it's in number 1 as well. Yep, it's in both of these. We can't cast 2 spells at once. Get active spells. We kind of need to remove it, is what we need to do. I'm looking at these lines of code right here, which are basically saying, hey, look, if it's already in there, let's get rid of it. But what we're really looking for is, we want to see, is the spell, we want to find it if it's already in there. All right, let's do this. We're at breakpoint, we are. All right, let's do this. See spells. Move spell from casting. Remove active spell. This is where I kind of want to, this is what I want to improve this. there may be a link thing for this. Active spells dot remove. I don't know how IntelliSense here on spell. I think there's a name property in here. Can you give me the spell? I got IntelliSense there. I don't have Coderush's IntelliSense on. Let me see if Coderush is any better or worse. Okay. Nothing here. Okay. I think it's like this. Without IntelliSense. Spell name. Equal to casted spell dot name. There it is, like that. And x dot spellcaster equals casted spell dot spellcaster. I think my remove. Oh, is this my problem? It just flat out wants an item. I thought I had a. No. All right. So, guess I don't have that. Reverse this because we're going to be removing items from it. So we want to say oh, we say remove at. It's probably faster to say remove at and pass in I. All right. Step through this. Someone's flying the Coderush rocket. Okay.
Cornelia Wicklespit.
Well, remove active spell. So we're kind of looking to see if we hit here at all. Looking to hit there at least once. No. Oh, because we have, that's okay. First time, no big deal. Second time, let's cast the spell, go on the quarterstaff. Now I expect to get to this breakpoint. There we go. Now, oh, the thing is though, is if we're removing it, we should probably call the spell on it or something along those lines. That's what we should call, because it's got side effects in it. All right. So now if we bring up club, and we bring up, interesting. So we still got the magic effect, but at least one's the right color and one is the wrong color. So the magic effect just stopped on here. Why is the club is gone? So it doesn't have any more. So we need to figure out what is going on with that magic effect. Yeah, Surly Dev says, check out twitch.tv/dragonhunters. This is an effect for a live in-person D&D game, is Shamali. Yes, it is. Absolutely, that's exactly what we're building. Plus, Surly Dev is up here playing around up in that space. You can ignore Surly. He's just taking over my show here with his infernal commands. How many coins do you have, Surly? I think you've got a problem, buddy. If only we could have seen this coming. All right, we're getting close. When this works, 6,000 or so. I thought I saw 8,000 up there. Wow, you can't see it. It's behind your meteor. All right.
Time to see the color block. This equals bad.
Club. There's the quarterstaff. Roll the die.
Hit.
Okay. Try again. Shillelagh. Cast a spell on the club. Shillelagh. Cast the spell on the quarterstaff. There's the remove. We called the spell on it. Good. Uh-oh. Ooh. Dispel removes it from the active spells, doesn't it? I bet it does. Game.dispel. There it is right there. That's what we want to call it. Okay. You don't need this anymore. Let's close the okay. It's really good. Fly over here, buddy. Just come fly over here. Come say hi. Just a little bit over here, buddy. No, it's safe. I promise this time. Everything's okay. It's really good. He's got 8,790 coins. Why isn't SWAT working? There it is. All right. I tricked you, Surly Dev. Okay. Okay, so now we got to figure out why it's using magic. It's when we're sending the windups out. I think it was in here. Send shortcut windups. That's where it's going to decide to use magic or not. Get available windups for the player. Effect available when. Okay. The problem is uses magic is checked. That's what I think the problem is. Uses magic is getting checked when Shillelagh is cast. Let's see. Shillelagh cast spell on the quarterstaff. Bring up the quarterstaff. Bring up the club. Club have magic? It does, because uses magic is checked. That's that's where I think our bug is. I think it's here. Here. Problem might be here. Set control UI from roll. Might be here. I think I'm feeling it's here. Okay. So let's go back. Let's go to club. Here we go. Dice roll says magic is true. Okay. That's where we are. Getting closer. Get out of here. Current roll. Get from. I think it's in here. Uses magic. Player uses magic this roll. I bet that's where it's being set, right there. All right, let's figure this out. Shillelagh. Cast spell on the club. Uses magic this roll is true. Now switch to the quarterstaff. Still true. I think that's the problem. Creature prepares attack. It's only set here. Okay, let's see that. It's false. False. And it's true. That means we might be setting it from logic over here. Set uses magic to true. Aha. We need this. Here's the problem. It's right here. You know, we need code like this. Hey, look, if the spell target is equal to the readied weapon, then we do these things. Otherwise, we don't. Okay. I think that's the bug. Let's save that. Let's run. Initialize player data.
Tomasino.
False. Cast the spell on the club. Click to the club. Set to false. And it's correctly true now. That's good. Switch to the quarterstaff. Set to false. And it's false. Correctly false. Good. So now, no magic there. Magic is on the club. Holy cow, did we get that working? Nice. 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 Let's come back and cast Shillelagh again, this time on the quarterstaff. And now bring up the quarterstaff. Good. One-handed, two-handed, 1d10 plus 2, plus 4 on the attack. Good.
Good.
Good, good, good. Nice. And the spell, what's interesting is the spell could expire. It could probably expired by now, but we still are showing magic on it. I think I'm going to allow it, this kind of issue to exist. because they brought it up the weapon before they said they were gonna fire it. When we're in combat, the clock has stopped, so this is not really a big deal. Anyway.
Critical hit.
Yeah, doubled up to +2 damage. Nice. Cool. All right, kids. I'm gonna get out of here. Gonna get some lunch. Let's send you off to the next live coder on the live coders team. Who we got outside here? Who's coding right now? Shirley was saying you can use those letters with a number, including fractions. You can draw along and fly in a certain direction. Thanks, Shirley, for helping out. Bald bearded builder. Send out to my buddy Michael Jolly. Also got Instafluff, Lanalexes out there. A lot of folks. Say hi to Michael for me. I'm going to get some lunch. We'll see you guys later.